didn't really have much to throw to. Marquez Colson, most of his career, was his best target. He didn't make a Pro Bowl once in his career. In the end of his career, he had Michael Thomas and Alvin Kamara. So that helped him a lot in the end. And when he had those players, he got pretty decently far in the playoffs. Just got unlucky a couple times with the Minneapolis Miracle.
And in that 2008 NFC Championship game, I'm not even a Saints fan. That game made me mad. We have time for one more segment. It's a little bit shorter. I want to talk about the top 5 defensive players in the Super Bowl era. And no matter what I say, okay, that's enough time. And no matter what I say, it's going to be controversial. There's 6 guys that I feel like can go in there, and the 2 guys I'm debating between is
go with the list.
Ed Reed and Deion Sanders. I'm gonna sound like a homer anyway, but Deion Sanders did technically play for the Ravens, but I have him as my honorable mention. Ed Reed is number 5 for me. Reggie White's number 4. Aaron Donald number 3. I think he gets glazed a lot, but I think he's still great. Lawrence Taylor number 2, and you already know who my goal is, Ray Lewis.
Can't really disagree with that too much, except for the Ray Lewis part. But for me, number 5, Mean Joe Green, probably the first great defensive tackle ever with Alan Page, one of the best ever. Long time ago, so it's hard to really know how good he was because they didn't record all those stats, but his legacy is amazing. Number 5 for me. Number 4, I'd probably have to go Deion Sanders, greatest cornerback ever. I don't think there's going to be much controversy there. All-time great. Number 3, Deacon Jones. That's going to be a surprise to some people.
Deacon Jones was great, but I don't know. Top 3, though? Maybe top 2.
He had 3 seasons of 20-plus sacks, and if I'm remembering right, those were all 3 straight seasons.
I see the vision, though. I disagree, but I see the vision.
They didn't record all those stats back then, so people didn't realize how great he was. But when they went back and got all those stats, they're not official stats, but they're still listed because people have went back to see it. I mean, he was absolutely ridiculous back then. Number 2, Aaron Donald. Don't think there's going to be much controversy there ever. Best 9-10 years of maybe anybody's career ever. Number 1, LT.
No Ray Lewis? Are you being a Steelers fan?
No, Ray Lewis. He's probably like 6 or 7. I don't know. I don't think it's hard for me to explain, but
did you not know what he did in 2000? He probably should have won the MVP. He was Defensive Player of the Year, and he was Super Bowl MVP. He was by far the best defensive player in the league. I think that's
1 year.
And then what he did the rest of the decade, you have all-time great Raven defenses. The 2000 Raven defense, the 03 Raven defense, the 06 Ravens defense, the 08 Raven defense. That's 4. That's 4 different. And I probably can name somebody. 01 was great. 04, even though they didn't make the playoffs, 04 was great.
You think I might?
2011 was great.
You might think I'm being biased because I'm a Steelers fan. I think you're being biased because you're a Raven fan.
I think it's at least somewhere down the middle. At least Ray Lewis got at least be top 3.
I don't even know if he's the greatest linebacker ever right there. I'm gonna say
what?
I think he is, but I think Dick Butkus is also up there.
No, my God, Ray Lewis was absolutely the man. But I believe that's all the time we got. It's your host, King JTH, here with my man Nick, and we'll be back next week.